All right, so this doesn't fit into the news of the day because this has just come out, and like I said, these are going to come out. But this is a good time for me to use this as an example of why it matters. Because I talked last week about potential buyout candidates, and there's some comments of, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It does matter. Dion Phaneuf is on waivers for the purpose of a buyout, and he's going to clear waivers. He has 2 years left on his contract for $14 million. So the Kings are saying, we're going to move on. We're not going to have him in our lineup next year, and then he's free to sign a contract anywhere as of July 1st. And while Dion Phaneuf was a healthy scratch at points this year, and he certainly has lost a step, I'm not going to argue at all about that. Phaneuf also, I think, could potentially be one of those guys who gets a tryout contract, maybe ends up being a number 6/number 7 defenseman somewhere in the fall, and that's if he decides to continue with his career. We can get into the mighty fall of Dion Phaneuf at some other time. I wanted to look at how this works. So these are all numbers I got from Cap Friendly. This is how the buyout works. So they buy him out. They say, all right, we're going to pay 2/3 of, I think it's 2/3 of their contract. They have to pay him out. Here you go. Here's millions of dollars. Have a good summer. And Dion's going to be like, I'll have a good summer. Thank you. He has a signing bonus this season of $1 million, and next season, I mean this season, is 2019-2020, because we're in that season now since St. Louis lifted the Silver Chalice. So he's a $1 million signing bonus that was due on July 1st, and next July 1st, a $2.5 million signing bonus. Those do not factor into your buyout. That's still got to get paid. So it eats into how much of an actual savings you get. So when you look at some of these players now that are getting signed to this money, and it's all signing bonuses, you can't buy those contracts out. You save absolutely no money. None. Buying them out makes absolutely no sense. So for 2019-2020, they will have a $2.187 million cap hit. The Ottawa Senators, who retained a quarter of the cap hit to get him traded to LA, have a $792,167 cap hit this coming season. The Kings save $4,083,333 this year. Now, 2020-2021, the cap hit goes up. Because of that signing bonus, it goes up to $4,062,500. And it goes up on the Ottawa side as well to $1.354 million. So next year's cap hit is higher, and $4 million for LA, that's a lot of money that now will be eaten up by nobody. Now, the $7 million that would have been eaten up by Phaneuf, it means that they save $1.58 million under the cap altogether, because, of course, some of that $7 million was still being retained by Ottawa. So their savings is $1.58 million. They saved $4 million this season, $1.5 million next year. And then in 2021-2022, this is where the penalty really kicks in. So he has 2 years left in his contract. So 2 years get tacked on when you buy a contract out. You're penalized over double the length that's remaining in the contract, which means LA will have a cap hit of $1.062 million in 2021-2022 and 2022-2023, whereas it'll be $354,000 for Ottawa, both of those seasons. So if Melnyk can't win a cup, he'll point at that and go, it's that dead money from Dion Phaneuf. I blame the Kings for this. Which means that they save a negative $1.416 million combined between 2021-2022 and 2022-2023. This should really say Sens and Kings save, because it's a combined deal. But for the Kings, it's a pretty massive cap hit. Not this coming season, but the year after. So that shows you how these buyouts work. And when you look at the guys who have a lot of signing bonus money, and I recommend go to Cap Friendly and just buy out contracts. You can load up anybody you want in Cap Friendly and click buyout contract, and it'll load up that page and it'll tell you how much they owe and for how long. And that's when you go, oh, well, that would make sense, or oh, that's why we're stuck with him. Crap. And it's signing bonus money. That's what makes it tougher. And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of guys, as unrestricted free agents, they get paid so much in upfront money. And hey, if you have a choice between, hey, I could give you $10 million right now, or I can pay you that $10 million over a prolonged period, you're going to go, yeah, I'll have it now. Thanks. And that's kind of how the signing bonus money works too, because players can get that up front. Yeah, you can throw that in the bank and make all kinds of money on interest. I'm sure that's what they all do, right? And you can invest that and just make so much more money so much faster than slowly getting paid $10 million over a year. So there you go. Dion Phaneuf's going to be a unrestricted free agent when this is all said and done, and we'll see what happens with him. So what do you think? Good move. I think it's a smart move by the LA Kings. And well, they do get those 2 years of a cap hit of about $1 million being eaten up by buying out Phaneuf. The cap goes up every single year. So eventually, we're going to reach the point where the cap's at like $160 million. None of us can actually afford to go and watch a game. So thankfully, we'll be able to watch it on TV. And you find people will still be coming here on YouTube so we can talk about the magnificent time when we were actually able to afford to go to a hockey game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video. And hopefully this makes everything as clear as mud in terms of savings and in terms of, instead of paying him till here, they buy him out, they have the cap penalty, and the cap penalty extends for double the length of the remaining contract. So hopefully this helps some of the newer viewers in terms of the newer hockey viewers. As I do get the emails, I do see people saying, thanks for helping introduce me to hockey and how this works. So hopefully this helps. I thought this was one that worked. That was a good one to show for why they're buying them out and how these bonuses affect everything. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.